Ever feel like you're just drowning in information, scrolling, reading report after report, and just wishing someone could cut through the noise, give you the key insights, maybe connect a few dots you hadn't seen? Well, that's what we aim for here. We take complex issues and really dive deep to pull out what matters most for you. Today, we're tackling something that affects so many lives daily here in India, but it often stays hidden, dismissed, misunderstood. It's a crime that's incredibly persistent with devastating costs. We're talking about stalking.
And just to set the scene, think about this. Every 50 minutes, someone in India experiences an incident of stalking.
Mm.
It's alarmingly common, something we often don't really face until it blows up into something much, much worse. This deep dive, we're going to explore why that's happening and what's really at stake.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Why isn't something this frequent taken more seriously? And crucially, what can actually be done about it? That 50-minute statistic, it really does stop you in your tracks, doesn't it?
It does.
I mean, try to picture that every 50 minutes, around the clock.
Nonstop.
It's like, well, you used an analogy before, like a bus service running constantly, but one you absolutely don't want to be on.
Exactly. And you can't just hop off when it gets creepy or threatening.
And this figure from recent data, you're saying it might even be low.
Oh, almost certainly. It likely underrepresents the true scale. So many people, for so many reasons, never report it.
So what is stalking officially? Is it just someone following you?
It's broader than that, definitely. Basically, stalking is any pattern of unwanted attention or harassment that makes someone feel unsafe, genuinely fearful. And yeah, that includes physical following, showing up places, but also cyber harassment.
Right, the online stuff?
Exactly. Unwanted messages, nonstop social media monitoring, sometimes even sending unwanted gifts or spreading nasty rumors. It's about invading someone's space, physically or digitally, relentlessly. And this isn't some abstract concept. It's a daily reality for many, especially women. And like you said, so much goes unreported. Fear, societal pressure, sometimes just feeling like nothing will be done.
Which leads us right to the law. How does the legal system actually handle this, given how often it happens? When did it even become a specific crime in India?
Well, it's relatively recent, actually. Stalking was formally criminalized in 2013.
Okay.
It came under Section 354D of the Indian Penal Code. And the trigger, the main catalyst, was the Nirbhaya case.
Ah, right. That case changed so much.
Yeah, absolutely did. It forced women's safety onto the national agenda, leading to several legal reforms, including this one.
So what does the law actually say? What are the penalties?
Okay, so Section 354D lays it out. For a first offense, it can mean up to 3 years in prison. If someone's convicted a second time, it increases to up to 5 years, and then it becomes non-bailable.
Only then.
Yes, and that's the critical point. The first offense is bailable,
Gee.
meaning the perpetrator can often post bail and be released very quickly, sometimes without even appearing in court.
Wow. So not much of a deterrent initially.
That's the major criticism. Look at the Varnika Kundu case, for example. A very public incident, serious allegations, and the accused were out on bail the same day.
So it's almost like saying, okay, first time's a warning, try not to do it again.
You could see it that way. It's hardly a strong stop signal, is it? More like a yellow light, maybe? Which many argue is just not enough when someone feels genuinely threatened.
I remember hearing there was debate about this when the law was passed. Concerns about misuse?
There were, yes. Some argued against making it non-bailable initially, fearing false accusations. But critics push back hard, saying that focus inadvertently protects perpetrators more than victims.
And is that debate still happening?
Very much so. There are ongoing efforts and campaigns, like the Quint's hashtag Talking Stalking initiative, pushing to make stalking non-bailable right from the first offense. It's a live issue.
Okay, so we've got these legal gaps. But even perfect laws struggle against cultural norms, right? And that seems like a massive hurdle here, the way stalking is sometimes normalized.
Absolutely massive. It's often trivialized, isn't it? Dismissed as just boys being boys, or maybe persistence.
Yeah, you see it in movies all the time, especially Bollywood. The hero relentlessly pursues the heroine until she gives in. It's framed as romantic.
Exactly. And that sends such a dangerous message about boundaries and consent. It blurs the line between admiration and harassment.
And then there's the victim blaming aspect.
Oh, absolutely. How often do you hear it? What was she wearing? Why was she out so late? Did she lead him on?
Right, like blaming someone for getting rained on because they didn't have an umbrella.
Precisely. It's absurd. It completely shifts the blame away from the person actually committing the act.
And where does that come from?
A lot of it is rooted in, well, deeply ingrained patriarchal attitudes. where a woman's autonomy, her right to say no, is sometimes seen as less important than a man's desire or perceived entitlement. Research back in 2022 really highlighted how these societal norms discourage reporting. Victims start to think, maybe this is normal. Maybe I just have to put up with being followed or constantly messaged.
That's incredibly sad.
It is, and it shows why we need a fundamental shift. Awareness campaigns are key, but they need to really tackle these deep-seated beliefs.
So let's bring it back to the person experiencing this. We have the stats, the legal issues, the societal attitudes. What's the actual human cost? What does it do to someone?
Well, you mentioned it earlier, the grim thought, but probably most women in India have some kind of story related to this, even if they haven't labeled it stalking or shared it.
And the impact.
It's huge. Constant fear is a big one. Feeling unsafe in your own neighborhood, on your way to work, even at home sometimes.
So it changes your whole life.
Completely.
Yeah.
People change their routes, stop going out alone, give up activities they love. It's a profound loss of freedom, of just being able to move through the world without looking over your shoulder.
And the mental toll.
It can be devastating. We see high rates of anxiety, depression, certainly, but also post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, like you'd see after any major trauma. In severe cases, people can even develop agoraphobia, literally becoming afraid to leave their homes because the outside world feels too threatening.
That's terrifying. And you mentioned escalation earlier.
Yes, and this is critical. Stalking isn't just an annoyance. It's often a red flag, a precursor to more violent crimes.
Like what?
Data from 2021 showed clear links, in many cases leading to assault, rape, even murder. Cases that started with stalking.
But we wait.
We often wait until it's too late. We ignore the warning signs. It's like ignoring a small leak in your roof until the whole ceiling collapses, a preventable tragedy.
Okay, this is, stark picture. Alarming frequency, legal loopholes, societal blind spots, devastating impact. So the big question, what can we actually do? What are the solutions being put forward?
There are several key areas, and they really need to work together. First, the legal side needs strengthening.
Making it non-bailable from the start.
Exactly. That's a major push. It sends a clear message. This is serious from day one. It offers victims more immediate protection and acts as a stronger deterrent.
Makes sense. What else?
Second, awareness and education. But it needs to be widespread and specific. Teaching consent and boundaries properly, starting young, in schools, colleges, even workplaces.
Like teaching kids not to touch a hot stove, but the stove is someone else's personal space and autonomy.
That's a good way to put it, yes.
Yeah.
And challenging those harmful media portrayals we talked about. Really drilling down on what respect looks like.
Okay. Law, awareness. What about support for victims?
Absolutely vital. Comprehensive support. That means accessible counseling, trauma-informed counseling, legal aid to help navigate the system, and safe, reliable ways to report.
Are there ways to report now?
There are some, yes,
Yeah.
like online complaints through the National Commission for Women. But we need much more robust, easily accessible support networks. Shelters, long-term psychological care, the works.
And the community's role.
Crucial. We need to foster a culture of bystander intervention. Encourage people to speak up, to call out stalking behavior when they see it, not just ignore it or normalize it.
So making it everyone's responsibility in a way.
Precisely. Shifting it from a private matter to a public safety issue that affects everyone.
Right. These steps sound challenging, definitely require a big shift. But necessary if we want to change this narrative, treat stalking with the seriousness it deserves. So we've really dug deep today into stalking in India. We've seen the alarming numbers, the gaps in the law, the societal blind spots, and the very real, very damaging human cost. It seems clear this is a serious issue that just isn't treated seriously enough.
Every 50 minutes. Another person's life disrupted, their safety compromised. The question really becomes for all of us, do we keep dismissing it? Do we keep looking away? Or do we collectively stand up and demand the changes, legal, cultural, social, that are needed to make things safer, to finally truly accept that fandom or persistence or whatever excuse is used never involves making someone feel unsafe?
The powerful thought to leave with. We really hope this deep dive has given you perspective, maybe sparked some reflection on how we can all play a part in shifting these attitudes and supporting change. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Stay informed and stay curious.